Hello, everyone. We are just getting started, letting our Vietnam and Cambodia travelers from the waiting room and getting you settled in for your upcoming Vietnam and Cambodia experience. Just give us another minute and we will go ahead and get started. All right. Well, hi everyone. My name's Diana St. James, and we are delighted to have you joining us on our journey to Vietnam and Cambodia with Uniworld Boutique River Cruises. They offer river cruise journeys all around the world, but today we have asked them to take us on a journey down the Mekong River. I am one of the owners of Dimensions in Travel, along with Jill Romano, and we are delighted to see safe travel coming back again. We see it every day in the inquiries and bookings that we're starting to receive. And these virtual events that we've been doing have transitioned from being a way to keep the spirit of travel alive. Now we hope that they're giving you some ideas on where you'd like to go on your next trip. And we are standing by to help you make your travel dreams a reality. So please do reach out to us. You've got a travel idea and you'd like to know how to make it happen. Before we get started with the event, I want to remind you we are recording this and we'll be sending out a link afterwards, as well as posting it on our website, as we always do. You're all in listen only mode, so your microphones and cameras are off. This helps minimize distractions and it gives us just a little more bandwidth in order to do the presentation. If you've got any questions, please post them in the chat box down at the bottom of your screen, and we'll be doing a Q&A at the end. So today we travel to Vietnam and Cambodia. I traveled to both countries in 2016. And as someone who grew up in the 60s and 70s with the Vietnam War, the Cambodian killing fields, evening news reports with Walter Cronkite, and Life magazine's stories with news from Saigon, seeing where it all happened for myself was fascinating, complex, and tragic. And it changed my perspective of the history of that area. Exploring Angkor Wat and that whole jungle temple complex is every bit as magical as I had hoped it would be. And of course, the cuisine in this region is incredible. So while my last trip was a land tour, I think a river cruise is a seamless, all-inclusive way to explore Vietnam and Cambodia. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce my business partner and agency co-owner, Jill Romano. Hi, Jill.
Hi, Diana. Thank you so much and welcome everyone. It's my pleasure today to introduce you all to Matthew Cole, our strategic account manager for the Pacific Northwest with Uniworld River Cruises. We have been working with Matthew for many years, and his knowledge of Uniworld's worldwide itineraries, along with his personal travel experiences, has been a vital partnership for us. Through in-person and now, of course, virtual training, he continues to support and assist our team to expertly create the most amazing trips for you around the world. Matthew has been with Uniworld for 5 years. He enjoys traveling throughout Europe and sampling the food and red wines of the regions. Matthew's favorite thing about working for Uniworld is that it's a privately family-owned company that gives back to the regions they travel through. If he could travel on any of our upcoming itineraries, he would choose Vietnam because of the breathtaking sights, including the famous temples of Angkor Wat and the bustling city of Ho Chi Minh. Matthew, please take us all away on a journey to Vietnam and Cambodia. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Diana. And welcome, everybody. I'm Matthew Coles. And as you look at your screen, you can't help wonder, wow, the Mekong, it just travels through the whole region. And you know what? Uniworld has the newest ship in the region. And I'm really excited to talk to you about that today. So let's get going. First of all, Uniworld Boutique River Cruise Collection, for those of you that have joined us today that are already have traveled with Uniworld, you know that Uniworld is the most luxurious river cruise line in the business. We are the most awarded as well, and we're family owned. We're owned by a family that has been in hospitality for over 100 years. And I'm very proud to take you through this journey today as we travel through Vietnam, Cambodia. But I just wanted to point out a couple of things on this slide here. Up on the far left, that is our brand new ship in Venice, Italy, called the SS Supership La Venezia, what was inspired by the House of Fortuny, very high style design. And next year we have some cruise and rail packages that we're doing as well. That includes the Venice itinerary and the Swiss Alps, as well as some other exciting destinations. So you'll have to check that out. So with that, let's just get going here. First of all, about Uniworld, we always take the posture that you deserve the best. You live your best life. Everything we do at Uniworld is a singular goal to focus on the experience, an unforgettable experience, because you work so hard to take time for vacation. And river cruising is absolutely the best way to do it. You unpack once and you have your floating boutique hotel that follows you. At Uniworld, we have 5 unique selling points that are unsurpassed. Number one, we are the most all-inclusive luxury river cruise line in the business, meaning that most everything is included with Uniworld, and I'll tell you all about that on the next slide. We have outstanding service because remember, Uniworld is owned by a family who's been in the hospitality business, and probably you've heard of Red Carnation Hotels. There are about 20 boutique hotels located around the world, and Uniworld owns those. And boutique hotels are right around 20, 30 rooms, very small, and we have fantastic service. Our motto is no request is too large and no detail is too small. So the service is unsurpassed. One-of-a-kind award-winning ships. All of our ships are completely different. I happen to be on the Royal Suite here on the Mekong Jewel, our brand new ship. And I was telling Jill and Diane, it's nearly 1,000 square feet, 991 square feet. It's probably one of the biggest suites in the business. Also, we have delicious farm-to-table food. Our food is locally sourced within 50 to 100 miles of where we cruise. Also, all of our shore excursions are a choice of carefully curated experiences. We like to call them their ungoogleable experiences. And they're all included with Uniworld as well, so you don't have to pay extra. So that's part of the all-inclusive. So let's just talk about that a little bit. What's included in your all-inclusive cruise fare? Now, that means you get the highest staff to guest ratio in the business. Here's an example. We are on the Mekong Jewel at Vietnam. There's 68 guests and 51 staff members. That's if you put 2 people in every room, and we do have singles that go on our trips. So that's nearly a 1-to-1 ratio. That's really unsurpassed in the business. All your gratuities are included with Uniworld. That means you don't have to worry about gratuities for the maitre d', the waiter, your cabin attendant. It's all included with Uniworld. Your airport transfers are included with Uniworld. You're not going to pay extras to be transferred from the airport to the ship or from the airport to a hotel because airport transfers are included with Uniworld. If you get a suite, you get a butler. That is in all of our European destinations. Now, how does that attribute to Vietnam? This is an all-suite ship. But I just want to say right ahead of the time that the Royal Suite and the Grand Suite has butler service. The other suites do not. It's just the 2 top tiers. We also have 24-hour room service and concierge service for every single stateroom category. We also have delicious farm-to-table food, like I mentioned, locally sourced. And we also have gluten-free, low sodium, vegan, no problem with Uniworld. unlimited beverages, including spirits and regional wines. On our Europe itineraries, the beverages are included all day long. Now, on our exotics, such as the Vietnam itinerary, you do get beer and wine throughout your journey with your meals. We do also have a menu, but for some higher premium spirits, there is an additional charge, but it's very small. Onboard fitness center, we know fitness is very important to our customers. Therefore, we have state-of-the-art fitness facilities. Also, Wi-Fi, shipboard Wi-Fi on board Uniworld. No matter where you are, in your stateroom, on the top deck, on the bottom deck, in the lounge, in the restaurant, its Wi-Fi is complimentary. You're not going to pay that extra $20 a day for Wi-Fi access. It's all included with Uniworld. Onboard local entertainment. I know every ship has entertainment, but with Uniworld, we have singles, duos, and trios. And we also have local entertainment that comes on board our ships. And we have signature lectures. And I know you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I didn't go on a vacation to hear a lecture. But the lecture is all about the shore excursions and where we're going to go the next couple of days. So you can make some choices. Because with Uniworld, you get 2, 3, 4 different shore excursions to choose from. So let me just talk a little bit about the staff. We have outstanding service. I mean, look at the gentleman on the left. He has been a captain on our ships for over 30 years. But I want to just point out this captain. That is his son at his left shoulder there, the one with the same smile, you can tell. And that little boy used to run around the engine room and help his dad. And now he's a captain of his own ship. I think that's a true testament to how well we treat our employees at Uniworld. And he's the captain of his own ship now, and I'm sure his father's very proud. Locally sourced farm to table food. That's right. You will never see a frozen Cisco meat truck in front of one of our ships. All of the food is locally sourced. It is very common to see your chef on the ship, off the ship at the local farmers market. Where do we go? So I just wanted to share with everybody, we cover every river in Europe with the Rhine, the Rhone, the Seine, the Saône. And this, now we have Spain, Portugal, and the Douro River Valley, which is a very hot destination. We have a brand new ship there as well. And we're the only river cruise line who cruises the Venetian Lagoon, which I like to call the Grand Canal experience. It's just amazing. Exotics. So that's what we're here to talk about today. So the exotics that we do cover, we do the Yangtze River in China. We also have 2 ships in Egypt, an all-suite ship and a brand new ship with multiple categories. And Peru, we do Peru with the Amazon rainforest and Machu Picchu. And then we also do India. We are the only river cruise line who cruises the Ganges in India. And I understand others are hopping in on that. And then Cambodia and Vietnam. We're so proud of this itinerary. It really is a beautiful ship. So let's just talk about that a little bit. And let's also talk about how you feel about booking something with Uniworld. You can book and cruise with confidence with Uniworld. Just to share with you what we're doing in light of COVID is every one of our ships will be applied with it's called Premium Purity Plus. It is a state-of-the-art disinfectant that disinfects long after you leave the ship. We reapply it on every single sailing, but we wanted to share with you that you can cruise with confidence. We are the only river cruise line that are doing this. We're very proud of it. And also, I talked to you about the staff to guest ratio. It is so high that we make a point to pay attention to detail, make sure that everything is clean, clean, clean. So not a problem with Uniworld. Wellness on the water. I just wanted to share with you a little bit that we do have great yoga classes every day, TRX. There's some bikes on some of our ships, as well as state-of-the-art fitness facilities, as well as a beautiful swimming pool. And the pool on this ship is just amazing. Wait till you see it. So I wanted to let you know that you don't have to worry about your waistline. We have wellness programs to take advantage of, and the spa services on this ship is outstanding. The world is a big and beautiful place, and the Tolman family wants to keep it that way. We have started Tread Right Foundation years ago, where we give back to the communities we serve. And we started out with introducing a clean water program to preserve the rivers and the waterways in which many of other cruise lines take advantage of. And we've gotten other cruise lines to actually come on board with us with the program. We also have a joint initiative with the Travel Corporation and Uniworld with the Tread Right Foundation to make sure that we give back to the communities that we visit and serve, and so that these are preserved for future generations. So here it is again. I just wanted to show you one more time our beautiful timeless wonders of Vietnam, Cambodia, and the Mekong. So when you sign up for this itinerary, you are guaranteed to get a 7-night cruise package, all of your meals, 13 excursions, 5 nights touring, meaning you will be in a hotel as well, because it's a cruise tour package. So that was a total of 12 nights, 13 days. And then you also get to see 2 UNESCO World Heritage Sites guaranteed. So let's get going here. We have a brand new ship. I wanted to show you a couple of shots of this ship. We debuted this ship in January of last year of 2020, but we all know what happened after January. So she did just one sailing, but the ship is just gorgeous. The floors are marble tile inlaid, Egyptian cotton, 1,000 count, Savoir beds from England, very comfortable beds, a steam room, saunas. It's just truly amazing. It's such a beautiful ship. So I wanted to show you the itinerary a little bit, and this gives you an idea of where the river portion is, as well as the red portion is where we cruise, and then the black lines are the land portion. So let's just get started on getting to Vietnam and starting our tour. On day 1 in Ho Chi Minh City, you'll arrive at Tan Son Nhut International Airport. If your cruise tour includes a group arrival transfer, in other words, if you're traveling with a group, or a private transfer, you'll be transferred from the airport to your first night stay at the Park Hyatt Saigon. Day number 2 in Ho Chi Minh City. It's Vietnam's largest city. It's very beautiful, and you'll see skyscrapers that tower over ancient temples, and you have all these motorbikes that the locals are running around, and that's how they get around mostly, along these beautiful picturesque alleys. And then this evening, you join us on board a Saigon Princess for a dinner cruise and a beautiful performance, as well as you see fantastic unsurpassed views of Ho Chi Minh City at night. It's just beautiful. On day 3 at Ho Chi Minh City, today's features excursion really provides a fascinating glimpse of Viet Cong's vast network of the incredibly narrow tunnels dating back to the Vietnam War, and Diana mentioned that earlier. Following lunch, you'll be taken to the Mekong Jewel, where you'll board. And today, on day 4, you'll actually get to witness the hustle and bustle of the Delta River life as the local traders take their produce to market. And then after your breakfast in the morning, you'll go on board a traditional sampan, and that's a little tiny, like a canoe, and it's made of wood. And you explore the narrow canals and the backwaters of this famed region. And then the untouched island of Ten Loi, which you get to go on a really unique excursion exclusively for Uniworld guests, where you'll see how the local farmers make their rooster cages and decorate bonsais in their yard. And then when you get to Vinh Long, the sampan will bring you to a traditional rice factory, and then you'll come back on board the authentic for an authentic Vietnamese meal that evening. On day 5, you'll go to Chai Dek Giang Island, which following your breakfast on board our beautiful ship, you'll continue your journey via Sampan, where you'll observe the daily routines of the villagers on Chai Dek, visit a colorful temple, the home of Mr. Hoan Tai Lee. And I did a little reading about him, and it's wait till you see this home. It is so beautiful, and it's a love story. So I'm not going to give it all away. And then you venture to Gang Island, where you'll experience how a local family makes incense sticks and their traditional colonial conical hats. And then on day 6, you're going to visit this local island village of Hung Yu, which is a major producer of traditional Khmer scarves. They're located not far from the Vietnam-Cambodia border. And since they're woven in many, many homes around the village, you'll have the opportunity to see the process firsthand. You'll also stop at a local temple dedicated to a unique religion founded in this area of Vietnam called Ho Ho. And most interesting visit of the day is you'll visit a local home of a retired general from the Viet Cong. And then on day 7 and Phnom, you'll visit this thriving and exotic capital of the Kingdom of Cambodia, Phnom. And it really stands at the juncture of 3 captivating rivers and is divided into 3 districts: the picturesque French Colonial area, a really handsome residential district, and a rapidly changing old town. And here you'll find an alluring riverside esplanade amid numerous bewitching Buddhist temples, palaces, and artifacts. On day 8 and Phnom, or Phnom Penh, I say it backwards sometimes, you cruise the Mekong River again at Angkor Wat, and you'll have a featured excursion, which is probably the most profound and memorable experience of this entire journey. You'll learn about the infamous killing fields that Diana was mentioning, the Khmer Rouge, and visit the former school that they turned into a prison, which is now a museum, a genocide museum. On day 9, you'll go to Angkor Wat and Wat Hon Che, Kampong Cham. And if yesterday was an extraordinary exploration of Cambodia's dark past, today is a celebration of the country's bright, bright future. You'll meet young children at a local school and friendly villagers in their homes and have a rare opportunity to receive an unforgettable water blessing from a local Buddhist monk. On day 10, this is the end of the cruise portion. That was 7 nights cruising, and you'll disembark in the morning and transfer to Siem Reap. It's the gateway of Angkor, and it's the legendary archaeological site. You really are going to be able to cap your trip with 3 nights at the Sofitel Angkor Po Kik Thra Golf and Spa Resort. It is really, really amazing. It's only minutes from the temple complex of Angkor Wat. It's truly a beautiful resort. In Siem Reap, it's really a bucket list location. And you explore the religious temples of Angkor Wat. It's this gigantic religious complex that is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which means it will be preserved for future generations. And then on day 12 in Siem Reap, you will enter the spectacular remnants of Angkor Thom. It's the royal city. It was built during the heyday of the Khmer dynasty in the 12th century. This extraordinary complex of the Hindu and Buddhist monuments was once lost to the world for many, many years, and it was because it was hidden under these really dense, dark jungle vines. You may have seen them in movies before, or even like Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's these temples that are covered with these vines for years and years. They didn't even know it was there, and it was uncovered. And they realized all these temples and monuments were under there. And then on day 13, you'll check out of your hotel and head to the Siem Reap Angkor International Airport for your flight home. I know it was a fast journey, but it's truly a bucket list location. I can't wait to do it myself and see our beautiful new ship. And as a matter of fact, let's just talk a little bit. If you've been on Uniworld in the past, If you're a returning Uniworld guest, we have an outstanding loyalty program with Uniworld. You get a welcome gift upon arrival. You get member-only offers, a complimentary in-room fruit platter, priority notification of new programs, complimentary laundry service in some of the areas, as well as the captain will invite you to a cocktail party. But let's just talk about how you can save a little bit as well. Not only is Dimensions in Travel a super preferred with Uniworld, but with Uniworld, they're able to take advantage of a pay in full program. We had a program that expired at the end of March, but we just extended it till the end of June. If you're willing to pay in full at the time of booking, you can save an additional 10% on your itinerary. That's a pretty large savings. So know that when you book, you can overlook your invoice with the Dimensions in Travel. And then if you're willing to pay in full, you'll save an additional 10%. And with Ensemble Dimensions in Travel, you will get an amenity for coming on board Vietnam as well. We'll give you a shipboard credit, which you could use for anything that you'd like. If you'd like to take advantage of our spa services, you can use your shipboard credit for that. So, I always like to talk about how family taught us well. And I talked a little bit about how the Tolman family has been in business for over 100 years. They started with the Red Carnation hotels around the world. And I just wanted to share this with you a little bit on what those Red Carnation hotels look like. Here's the Oyster Box in South Africa. Up here is the Ashford Castle in Ireland. And then here is the Rubens, which is right across the street from Buckingham Palace in London. And then here's the whole family, you guys. Here's the Tolman family. There's B. Tolman and Stanley Tolman and all the children and the grandkids. But as you look at these beautiful hotel rooms, you can tell that these ships were designed after these boutique hotels. We like to call them our floating boutique hotels. And with over 100 years of expertise and family-owned and passionately run travel company, you can rest assured that you're putting your hard-earned dollars with a company that is financially solid. We are debt-free, 100%. They own all those ships and all of those hotels. They're not in debt at all. And we have over $300 million in liquid assets. So we just, in this climate today, we wanted to make sure that you knew that you are dealing with a financially sound company. And then I think I mentioned to you before that we're the most awarded river cruise line in the business. And I wanted to share some of those awards with you. The Travel and Leisure Award, we've won several of them. The Cruise Critics Award. We've also won the Best River Cruise Line Award for Global Traveler, Magellan Awards. We've also had the Globe Winners Award. We're very proud of our awards, and I wanted to let them speak for themselves. So now is the important part, the Q&A session. And in the Q&A session, if you need to know who to contact, it's right there. There's the number, Dimensions in Travel, 800-828-2962, or you can give an email at info@dimensionstravel.com and dimensionsintravel.com, and they will be happy to respond. So with that, I implore you to take a look at our Uniworld brochure, take a look at the new itineraries that we have for 2021 and 2022. And the staff, the travel team at Dimensions in Travel will be very happy to take care of you. So with that, if you have any questions, I'd like to turn it back over to Diana and Jill. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Matthew. That was an excellent trip down the Mekong River for us. I think one of the things I enjoy so much about my experience in Vietnam was it's such a contrast. You've got the dynamic Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City. You've got your river cruise that takes you out into the countryside to see the way people live as they have lived for years. And then the magnificence of Angkor Wat. You couldn't ask for a more perfect vacation. And then there are other things to add on to a Vietnam and Cambodia experience to make it an even richer program. Culinary demonstrations, beach experience, more temple cities to explore, even going up to Hanoi. And I know Uniworld has some packages, and we can take care of some other things as well. So Jill, have we got any questions?
Hi, Diana. And again, Matthew, thank you so much. That was a wonderful trip down memory lane for me as well, and brought back
Oh,
so
you
many
bet.
fabulous sights and sounds and smells, and just can't wait to return again one day. So I don't have any questions in the chat box at the moment, but if anybody wants to add them, please do so. I did have a couple of questions that were sent ahead of time. And of course, this is one that we always get. What is the best season for someone to cruise on the Mekong?
Well, our itineraries are open from September through March. And one of the most popular times of year is really January and February, because it can be a little bit on the muggy side in Vietnam, as everybody knows. And January and February are really nice times of year where it's not so humid.
Yes, I was there in October, and I think my hair stood out to here. So I do remember the humidity, but it was still a fabulous trip. Of course, we know the wonderful job Uniworld does in terms of the dining experience. And could you speak a little bit to those that may have some dietary restrictions or concerns?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, our owner, B. Tolman, she wrote a cookbook back in the day called A Life in Food, because she thought that no matter what they did in travel, great hospitality includes very good food. But people have dietary restrictions. So whether it's low sodium or gluten-free or a lighter menu for heart healthy, we can take care of that on Uniworld, and it's all made to order. So and by the way, Vietnam, the food over there is fantastic. I'm surprised nobody's mentioned that yet, but the food is just unsurpassed. It really is. But if you have dietary restrictions, it's not a problem with Uniworld. Lactose, not a problem. We can take care of those for you. You would just let us know at the time of reservation, and we send that ahead to the ship so that they're very well prepared.
And then I find if the chef has any questions, oftentimes they'll sit down and meet with our travelers on that first day, just to make sure everyone's very clear on what the dietary needs are.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Diana, thank you for bringing that up. Our chef will come out, and he'll be introduced to your guests, and they'll have the opportunity to discuss different food options. And but everybody on board the ship will have an opportunity to meet the guest, the chef.
And then, Matthew, you did a wonderful job of bringing to life the day by day and the kinds of excursions that our clients will have an opportunity to experience. Can you talk a little bit to the size of the groups as they're going out on these excursions?
Well, remember, the ship is very small in the first place. It's 68 guests, and that's if you put two people in every single room. And we do not put two people in every room because we have a single supplement program that we do have singles that come on board our ships. So our groups for shore excursions tend to be on the smaller side. It's not going to be a huge coach. It's going to be on the smaller size, and we split them up. Sometimes we have 16 or 18, 22. 22, it seems to be the maximum that we put on an excursion. But we split them up, and to make sure that everybody has that intimate one-on-one experience during their shore excursions.
You also use that wonderful whisper technology of the guide has a small microphone, but all guests have headpieces or earphones they wear. So everyone doesn't have to be clustered all in a small group. You can be quite spread out, and it's made for social distancing, the way the voice is able to be heard from even farther away.
Well, thank you for bringing that up, Diana, because yes, it's called the VOX system,
Box, that's it.
VOX.
Okay.
And this also segues into something else. You know, I talked about our sustainability. There are no single-use plastic products on any of our ships. And, you know, the VOX system, it's a little piece that you wear around your neck, and you have a little earplug that you put in so that you can hear your guide that might be, you know, 20 feet ahead of you because you were looking at the pond or something else, and you don't have to be in the same area and you can still hear them very well. But what I wanted to point out is those little earbuds usually come in a little plastic bag, but not with Uniworld. They come in a little paper bag because we're very sustainable. But yes, it's a great system and we love it, the Vox system.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. That's all of the questions that we have for this afternoon. And thank you again. That was a wonderful journey, and I appreciate the journey back, and look forward to planning the next time we get over there.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, thank you for the opportunity today, ladies and gentlemen. And it was really my honor to bring Vietnam to life for you today. And please see the travel team at Dimensions in Travel. Thank you very, very much, and have a great rest of your week.
Good
Bye
night,
now.
everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.